Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Front End Technologies. Today we are going to talk on prop types in React. This is not just the introductory, however, it is one-stop shop for prop types in React. Here we go. React props, which stands for properties, are used to send data from one component to another. If a component receives the wrong type of props, it can lead to bugs and unexpected errors in your app. Since JavaScript does not have a built-in type checking solution, many developers use extensions such as TypeScript and Flow. However, React has an internal mechanism for props validations called prop types. React props allow you to send data including number, strings, functions, objects, array, etc. to a component when you call that component. In short, you can say that it restricts the type of value passed as a prop or make it required to a component. Now we can see the basic types. Here we can see prop types.any. The prop can be of any data type. For .bool, the prop should be a boolean. For number, the prop should be a number. Similarly, for string, the prop should be a string. For function, the prop passed to the component should be a function. For array, the prop should be an array. Similarly, for objects and symbols. Here you can see these are the props being passed to a component, and here through prop types we are restricting that the prop type should be of certain data type only, which should be allowed. Otherwise, it will show warning in the console. Let's take an example. So here is the app component where I have passed values to all the attributes. Now let's move to the app.js. So in app.js, I'm receiving all the values through props and I'm printing it here, all the values. For the type checking purpose, I have written the code here. So app, that is the name of the component, dot default props. We are specifying the default values for the props. So app.prototype, where we are defining or restricting the prop type to be of certain type. So we can see PROPTYPE.any, PROPTYPE.bool, PROPTYPE.number. Let's say if I remove this value of number prop, which requires value type should be of number, and let me run it quickly. Yeah, Webpack compiled successfully. Now I'm checking it here. Okay, there is no error because that is not required. If I'll feed the value or if I don't provide the value, in both the cases, it will not throw any error. Now, if I make it is required, number prop as a is required, let me add that value. Okay, now let me save it. It has been compiled. Oh, I can see a warning here. Field prop type. The prop number prop is marked as required in app, but the value is undefined or is required. We have to, we must have to send the value. Now this is fine. Let's check some other error. Let me remove the value of number.prop. Okay, and let me remove is required as well. Now check what will happen. Oh, again a warning. Field prop type. Invalid prop number prop of type boolean supplied to app expected number. Yes, I marked it as prop type as number, but as I haven't provided any value, so it is taking true or false by default, and it is providing the boolean value. So make sure whenever it is a number, You have to provide the value, otherwise it would take a Boolean number. The second type is renderable types. Prop types also exports the following validators for ensuring that the value passed to a prop can be rendered by React. Prop types.node. The prop type should be anything that can be rendered by React. This can be a number, string, element, or array or fragments containing these types. But for prop type.element, the prop should be a React element. We have to assign an element that is a React element to prop type.element. One important note here, one common usage of the prototype dot element prop type dot element validator is in ensuring that a component has a single child. If the component has no children or multiple children, a warning is displayed on the JavaScript console. Now, the next type is multiple type. You might have come across this in your project many times. So let me explain this. Prop types also exports validators that can be allow a limited set of values or multiple sets of data type for a prop. Here they are. So prop types dot one of, this is limited to a specified set of values, treating it like an enum. So what is happening here? If you make prototype dot one of and you are providing it some certain values in an array, so in that case it would just take those value which has been provided. Here in the example, the union prop can be of prototype dot boolean, numbers, string, or instance of a class. So in this way, we are using the multiple type. Let's see it in reality through a code. For this enum prop, I have provided values which are boolean, that is true, false, enum1 and enum2. In index.js, where I am passing the values, if I'll change the value or if I'll misspelled it, let me save this and check in the console. Oh, I got one warning in the console that failed prop type, invalid prop, enum prop of value enum1, eum1. Actually, uh, I have just removed one value which is not the actual one and supplied to the app. Expected one is true, false, enum1, enum2, which I have provided in the prop type list. So it should be like this. Now let's see the example of prop types dot one of type. Here, I have provided the value can be boolean or a string. Let's see in the index.js. Yep, I provided a string value. Let's see what would happen if I'll provide a numeric value. Let's quickly check the console. In the UI, it's loading. Yep. In the console, we are seeing a warning. Invalid prop, uniprop supplied to app. Expected one of type boolean or string, and we have provided 1 to 3. So let's revert the value to the string one to remove this warning. Saving it and again reloading. Now we can see the warning is gone. Next type is instance type. In cases where you require a prop to be an instance of a particular JavaScript class, you can use the prop types dot instance of validator. This leverages the underlying JavaScript instance of operator. So here you can see the example. Here we have restricted the prop types dot instance of as a person class. Optional as well as required prototypes validators we have explored so far. Just to reiterate, you can change is required to any prop validator to ensure that a warning is shown whenever the prop is not provided. Next is collection types. The first one here is prop types dot array of. It ensures that the prop is an array in which all items match the specified type. You can see the two examples given. The next collection type is prop, prop types dot object of. It ensures that the prop is an object in which all property values match the specified type. This prototype is widely used. So let's talk about PROPTYPES.SHAPE. You can use PROPTYPES.SHAPE when a more detailed validation of an object prop is required. It ensures that the prop is an object that contains a set of specified keys with values of the specified type. So here is the example, and we can also see it through the code. In index.js, I have created one profile object where I have mentioned all the properties and provided its value. In app.js, I have marked all the props and its type here. So let's talk about the ID. It requires a prop type as number. If I'll make it as a string, let's check what happens in the UI. It is loading. Yay. As expected, we can see we can see a warning here. Failed prop types, invalid prop profile prop the ID of type string supplied to app expected number. Yeah, of course. So let me revert that. I have provided 2. Now everything is working as expected. You guys must be wondering, then what is the difference between prop types.object and prop types.shape? That's a valid question. So let's go with the definition. Prop types.object of is used when describing an object whose properties are all the same type. Object of props has two properties, latitude and longitude, whose data type is same. So go the syntax. Prop type.object of checks for the number for all the properties of object of props. Now check prop types.shape, which is used when describing an object whose keys are known ahead of time and may represent different types. Shape props object has two properties, name and age, so their data type is also different. Name has a data type string and age has a data type numeric. So goes the syntax for type check. Prop types.shape for name we have provided string type check, and for age we have provided number type check. So this is the difference. Next type is custom validator for type checking React props. Basic custom validator, it takes 3 arguments. Props, object containing all the props passed to the component. Prop name, the name of the prop to be validated. Component name, the name of the component. So if the validation fails, it should return an error object. The error should not be thrown. Also, console.warn should not be used inside the custom validation function. Here you can see we have created isEmail as a custom validator function, and props, prop name and component name is being passed to this. To use it, what we have done, we have uh, written component name of the component dot prototype, and for the prop type email we have provided the check against to it is email. It will pass to this function and the validation will happen, and accordingly the prop type check will take place. So this is the end of today's video. Hope you liked it and you have understood it well. So practice this concept by your own. So if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.